everyone. Welcome to my channel, The Healing Heart. I'm Calgan, you're you, and let's go through this together. And by together, I mean that I'm still going through my own journey. A lot of people who make these videos, it seems to come from a place of that they've healed, they've moved on a long time, and but it's not the case for me. It's been a couple of months and it's been a really rough ride. I had another video up called The Pain is Real, and I made that video about 2 weeks ago if you want to go and have a look at that. And that shows you, I know exactly what you're going through because I'm going through it too. And today I woke up this morning and I was having a dream about me and my ex-wife. And I woke up and obviously feeling distressed, feeling the anxiety that you feel. And I started to try and use this technique that I've known about for quite a long time called thought stopping. Okay, and so I thought I'd do a video on thought stopping today. Now, thought stopping is a very valuable tool when you're going through something like this. Because mainly that this is all a mental thing that's going on, okay? It's a mental issue, and it's basically the battle for control of your mind, okay? You know, you haven't cut yourself, you haven't broken your leg or anything. This is all a mental state. And so thought stopping is a tool that you can use to try and alleviate some of the pain, some of the anxiety, and also help you to continue on that path of healing. Now, first of all, I just want to say something about thought stopping is that in the early stages of this breakup or whatever situation you're in, your brain actually needs to do some initial processing, okay? And also in the early stages of the breakup, it's almost impossible to do thought stopping. But when you get to a certain stage, thought stopping can be quite an important tool to have. But in the early stages, it's quite important for your brain to do that initial processing. It needs to go through the thoughts. It needs to go through all the ruminating to be able to process the change from what was to what is now. And by that, I mean, you know, if you've been with someone for any length of time, your life, you build your life around them, you build your life with them. And in that time, your brain is forming neural pathways, okay? Every day you spend with that person, you talk to them. And so your brain wires itself, those neural pathways. So when suddenly it's not there anymore and situation changes, and in a lot of even if you've had problems for a while in the relationship, once it actually comes to an end, it can be quite sudden or a bit of a shock. And so your brain can't really go from, you know, this to this straight away. It needs to do that initial processing, okay? And I know it's maddening and it's just frustrating, and it interrupts your day-to-day life. You know, you find it hard to talk to people, you find it hard to do your shopping, you find it hard to do anything without that movie playing in your head. All right. As you go along, though, you can start to do this technique of thought stopping, okay? So let's have a look at some of the things that thought stopping involves. And thought stopping is obviously pretty self-explanatory. But the first thing really is to be aware of this and be aware that you're having these thoughts, you know, because they just seem to happen subconsciously. So you'd be driving your car, or you'd be sitting at a group of friends, and but the movie's still playing. So the first step is to become aware that you're having those thoughts. Okay, so you're sitting there. I'm thinking about Julie. I'm thinking about I'm thinking about Julie. Okay, so you become aware that you're having the thoughts, and like I say, in the early stages, it's not like you're not aware because that's all that's going on is that movie and those thoughts. But being aware, I guess, also means a bit of like taking control and recognizing the fact, okay, I'm having those thoughts, okay, and then what the next sort of thing to do is to switch those thoughts, because it's the thoughts that you're having that are causing the anxiety and the pain. Because once again, it's not like a physical wound where you've cut your leg or broken your leg or something like that. This is all a mental state of mind, but the thoughts that you're having are causing the anxiety, which is causing a physical reaction in your body, which then causes the pain that you feel in your chest and other areas of your body too when it gets quite bad. So you become aware that you're having those thoughts, right? And then you go, I'm going to switch that thought, right? So let's say I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about Julie. Julie, my ex-wife's name is not Julie, by the way. And you switch your thoughts from that to something else. So one of the first things you can do is look at objects. So like if I'm sitting here at my desk and I can look over there and there's a stapler, okay, there's a stapler, right? Oh, and look, there's a tape dispenser. And over there I've got some files and my mobile phone sitting there. Okay, now just doing that, instantly I'm thinking about the photo up there and the printer. There's the printer. If I look over there, there's the window, that sort of thing. And so by doing that, you're switching your thoughts away from, Bob's just there in my mind to, oh, look, there's my picture, there's my printer, there's my stapler. And then as that sort of alleviates it, you can then move on, keep doing what it is you need to be doing. Something else that I've sort of come up with lately, and I used this one this morning after I woke up from that dream. I call it the bouncing ball, where basically I just visualize a ball in my mind. It seems to be a red ball for me. And I just visualize this ball and then I can start bouncing it, just like you would a basketball, that sort of thing. And concentrate on that. Concentrate on bouncing that ball. Concentrate on putting the ball through the hoop even or something like that. Something else that I came up with a while ago when I went through another breakup years ago, and I've always remembered this, is song lyrics. So any song that you start playing that song in your head and singing the lyrics, because then you're sort of thinking about the lyrics to the song uh, rather than the ex-partner or the pain that you're going through, that sort of thing. So those are just a couple of examples, but basically just anything else, okay? Anything else but your partner, but it takes practice. And like I say, the first step is being aware that you're having the thoughts and then consciously switching those thoughts and then coming up with a few examples of something else to think about, just even in that really, really short-term space of time, okay? And if anyone's got any other ideas of things they might think of, for thought-stopping techniques, please leave them in the comments down below because we're all trying to help each other through this. And by doing this, okay, again, what you're doing is you're building neural pathways. As every day goes along, you're starting to build new neural pathways. And obviously, you're not going to end up just sitting there thinking about a red bouncing ball all day. But what that is doing is helping you to get your thoughts away from the situation, away from all the memories, away from your ex-partner. And by doing that, your brain will start to build these new neural pathways, okay? And lastly, and this sort of goes without saying, time and practice. Time and practice. It's just something, it's not something that you can just do once and go, oh, great, now I don't think about them anymore. I just do my thought stopping. No, it's not like that at all. It takes time and it takes practice. Like I said a bit earlier too, it is important for the brain to process stuff. So this thought stopping technique is not something that you need to do constantly all day, every day, because that will get mentally draining as well, and that will wear you down. It takes an immense amount of energy to control this and to keep doing it. So it's not something you got to do every time you have a thought of them. But if you can just start incorporating it into your day-to-day recovery, hopefully that will help to alleviate some of the other painful symptoms that come with this situation. All right. So look, I hope that helps a bit. I know it's absolutely frustrating, it's exhausting, it's painful stuff, but it's a journey. And as the great quote goes, when you're going through hell, keep going. If this video helps you, or you know someone that it might help, and even if it helps one person, then I'm glad that I've put it up. If you like the video, put a like on down below and hit the subscribe button. I've got my email address down there and a list of resources that might help as well. But if you want to write some of your story out, send me a short summary and I will take a look at the first one for free and see if I can do what I can to help, because I know it's it can be, not for everyone, because a lot of people will watch these videos and go, well, I don't care, or, don't be so soft and that. But when the grief cuts so deeply, only the people that have been through it really know what it's like. All right, so I hope that helps. In the meantime, please take care of your heart, your health, and yourself.